And hello, everyone. Bo Williams here in the WATE 6 News Side Newsroom, getting you ready for another big weekend of events around the area. Also looking ahead to next week as far as traffic. We're going to take a look at gas prices as well. A lot of you may be coming to town for the Tennessee-Oklahoma game. Want to make sure you get an idea of what you're going to be paying for gas here. Those of you heading out of town, we'll let you know what's happening here in the states around us as well, in case you're going to be doing some traveling, maybe checking out some of the fall colors this weekend. So we'll get you up to date on that coming up. But first of all, we want to talk about a handful of projects that are going to be going on and events that are coming up for you. And of course, one of the biggest events, we already mentioned it, got the Vols taking on Oklahoma this weekend at Neyland Stadium. I'm going to bring in the map here of the UT campus, Neyland Stadium for you right there. Just a reminder for you. Of course, the game is set for 7:30. The Vol Walk will start at 5:10 coming up on Saturday. Now at 5 a.m., Peyton Manning Pass right in here. If you know the campus, you know what we're talking about there leading up to Neyland. That and Fulmer Way from Cumberland to Lake Loudon Boulevard are going to be closed just to protect the fans during the Vol Walk. So all this area will be closed through traffic for you. Again, this will be a crowded area, especially as we get closer and closer to game time. But throughout the day, you will see people there just outside of Neyland Stadium. We'll have tailgating going on, a lot of activities happening as well. During the Vol Walk, this will reduce congestion. It'll improve the safety, as we mentioned, in really what is one of the busiest areas there around Neyland Stadium. So keep all of that in mind. Also be aware of the increased traffic around downtown Knoxville, up and down Cumberland, but you can see it's not even game day and it's already slow here along Cumberland. We'll widen this out for you. All this downtown, obviously people will be parking in some of the garages, making their way down to the stadium, and then all along Neyland as well will be congested. Of course, the 7:30 game, as we mentioned, but leading up throughout the day, you're going to have some heavy traffic for you there. So just something to remember in case you've got plans heading downtown, going to one of the restaurants. It is game night in Knoxville on Saturday, and that will cause some issues for you as far as driving around the area. And then just a reminder for you, I do want to slide over here while we're talking sports and traffic. Don't forget, coming up on Sunday, One Knox, their first playoff game at Covenant Health Park right here in this area, not far from the Old City. That's a 4 o'clock kickoff. They've already sold over 4,000, pushing 5,000 tickets right now, so you're expecting a huge crowd for that first playoff game. That will be Sunday at 4 o'clock, so down around the Old City area, those parking areas. If you don't have a parking pass, remember you can park in some of the garages. Not a far walk. They do have the shuttles as well. But that's coming up for you on Sunday. So Saturday you got the Vols. Sunday you've got One Knox and their first postseason game when they take on Charlotte Independence. But a big crowd already, a lot of tickets already sold for that game. All right, other events going on for you here. These we want to get you up to date on. So if you're going, there's two areas we're focusing on here if you're going to Sevierville this weekend. First, the following streets will be closed from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. again today. Okay, so until 9 o'clock tonight here on Halloween. And this is for the Sevier County Sheriff's Office annual Spooktacular Block Party. And you can see we've already highlighted this for you here. We're talking Court Avenue from just north of Joy Street. That's near the entrance to the Sevier County Sheriff's Office parking lot, to just south of the public parking lot near Main Street. It also involves West Bruce Street from just east of the Sevier County Courthouse parking lot entrance to Court Avenue. Bruce Street from Court Avenue to the municipal parking lot area. So right in the heart of the downtown area there in Sevier County. There's the Dolly Parton statue to give you a point of reference here. But again, these streets will be closed until 9 o'clock. It starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and goes until, 9 o'clock tonight for the annual Sevier County Sheriff's Spectacular Block Party. So again, make note of that. Also, that's going on, and we're going to stay in that area. A Christmas light show will be taking place from 5 o'clock to 10:30. This starts tomorrow, so we'll wrap up the Halloween festivities. Tomorrow we'll start all the holiday festivities, and beginning tomorrow, November 1st, running through January 2nd, Smoky Mountain Water Park. If you're heading there, there's going to be increased traffic. They've got their light show, the Christmas light show going on. So what they're saying is drivers in the area are urged to expect delays, increased traffic in the area, especially on the weekends. But again, this is at the Smoky Mountain Water Park, and you can see here just off of 66, the area. We'll zoom in a little bit tighter for you here, but this is how the traffic's going to flow. Just be prepared. There will be signage out there for you as well. But you will see increased traffic here and also coming off of 66 as people make their way for the Christmas lights over at Smoky Mountain. So that'll be starting up on Saturday and again running until the January 2nd, so the second day of 2026. So one way to look at it there. Also, a project we've told you about in the past is still going to be an issue for you. We've got information, obviously, on our website here, but we do want to tell you real quick the bridge on State Route 29, that's US 27 in Roane County. This is over State Route 61. It will be closed until November 15th. So it started back on the 27th. It's going to stay closed until the middle of next month as they're doing the work there. Basically, you're going to jump off the road and jump right back on the road. So it's a quick detour for you as far as this bridge is concerned. But if you're in the Roane County area, again, just be prepared for those detours and delays. But just to repeat again, it's the bridge on State Route 29, which is also US 27 in Roane County, as it goes over State Route 61. And again, that's going to be that closure, or the detour will be in place until November 15th. The overall project, still not sure when it will be wrapped up, but the detour will be in place until November 15th. So again, watch for that. Okay, so just a couple things you want to keep your eyes open for and be prepared for as you're heading out on the roadways. Coming up, of course, it all starts off this weekend with the Vols game taking on Oklahoma. Just prepare for that extra traffic downtown. And then, of course, we mentioned the one Knox game coming up on Sunday. Big crowd expected at Covenant Health Park. All right, we still have to run through a full list of TDOT projects that are going to be coming up this weekend and next week. There are a lot of them. We'll touch on some of the bigger ones for you, some of the new projects that we've been talking about in a while, but they're seeing an addition to. So we'll talk about that coming up. Also, we're going to take a look at gas prices. If you're watching us from outside of Knoxville coming in for the game, we'll give you an idea of what you can expect to pay. And also, as we mentioned, if you're heading out, checking out some of the colors, going to some of the other states as well, we'll give you an idea of how gas prices are shaping up. So keep it right here. We'll get you up to date on a lot more. Plus, we're going to take a look at traffic right now on this Friday. All that and more is just ahead. So we'll be right back. And welcome back, as we want to get you up to date on what's happening traffic-wise around the area. Also taking a look at the gas prices, and that's what we're going to talk about here next. I want to bring in AAA here for a moment, show you the map. And as we always tell you, and if you're just joining us for the first time, darker the blue, better news you're going to have as far as gas prices around the area. Darker the red, that's where you're going to pay the higher prices for the average price for regular diesel, what have you. We'll dive into that here a little bit in just a second. Do want to bring this in for a moment. These are taking a look at how gas prices are shaping up around the state, and we'll also take a deeper dive on this coming up in a moment. But you can see the state average right now. As you can see, it is, I'll put on my readers here, 263. Actually, I got the wrong glasses. 265 right now. Nashville at 273. Morristown right now, you can see well below that. Knoxville holding at about 262 and 254 right now for Clarksville. Clarksville over the last several weeks, months, has really been one of the lower areas right there near the Tennessee-Kentucky line in the northern middle part of the state. So that's where we're seeing our cheaper gas prices. But again, we'll continue to monitor that. And we'll take a closer look at Knoxville here in a second. But I did want to show you heading around the country. And again, the South looking good. But if you're heading to North Carolina this weekend, 278. South Carolina, 270. So if you're heading toward the beaches there, 279 in Georgia, 267 Alabama, 260 in Mississippi right now. Arkansas is at 261. Missouri, 268. Kentucky at 268 as well. So all around us right now, gas prices not bad. Virginia, a little on the higher side there at 290, so one of the higher spots. Tennessee, though, as you can see, they're 265, so in pretty good shape right now. And we're going to bring in the state, and we'll break this down by counties for you. In East Tennessee, actually not too bad. We're seeing a lot more light blues and dark blues on the eastern end of the state than we're seeing there in the middle and the western part of the state. So it means gas prices here a little bit cheaper. Knoxville, kind of in the middle there at 263 right now. We're just talking about regular unleaded here. Union County at 252, Anderson at 254, Blount County at 255. Some of the lower spots around East Tennessee, 256 in Campbell County right now. Cott County also at 256, Greene County at 248. If you're heading down, say, toward Chattanooga, Hamilton County is at 262, so pretty close to what we're seeing in Knoxville right now. Ray County at 259, also Meigs County at 264, and we'll stop here at Roane County at 268, one of the higher price counties right now in at least the eastern part of Tennessee. In case you are heading over toward Nashville, Davison is at 276. We'll go all the way out to Memphis right now at 263 there. All right, we're going to scroll down here for a moment, take a look at Knoxville, and we'll kind of get you more specifics here as we click on the Knoxville area. This is all according to AAA. But regular right now, as we mentioned, 262. It's pretty much where we were yesterday. A week ago, we were at 263, so a little bit of an improvement. But a month ago, we were at 275, so a big change there. As far as the average price of gas in Knox County, a year ago we were at 270, so we're even well below that by about 8 cents. So some good news for you, but just across the board, 262 for regular in Knoxville, 301 mid-grade premium, 246, and diesel right now at 332. So that's how things are stacking up. And just by comparison, let's go over here to Morristown, where it's 260 for regular, 298 mid-grade premium at 336, and then 335 for diesel. And kind of, it's been holding steady there. Yesterday it was at 260, a week ago it was at 260, but like what we saw in Knoxville, a big drop from about a month ago to now, as you're seeing about an 11-cent drop there, as it was at 271 a month ago, down to 260 now in the Morristown area. So things definitely changing. We're getting that time of year again. They're changing back over. You always hear about the different blends. Usually cost more for that summer blend, but they put a lot of different additives in it, try to cut down on some of the emissions. That changes for the colder weather months, and so that helps in reducing some of our gas prices around the area. But again, I just wanted to bring up a look at the state there for you to kind of give you an idea of how things are shaping up. In case you're going to be heading up toward the mountains, right? Sevier County, 264. Let's see, Cott County, as we mentioned, 256. We already mentioned Blount County at 255. So the mountains, some of the mountain counties looking pretty good. North Carolina, if you're heading to that side of the mountains, as we showed you earlier, not bad as well. Just a little bit higher than what we're seeing here in East Tennessee. So you should be okay gas-wise, and also all around the area. Okay, so that's how things are shaping up as far as gas prices. We're going to take a look at the TDOT list and also get you a live look at what's going on traffic-wise right now. A lot of people coming into town, getting ready for that big showdown tomorrow night between the Vols and the Oklahoma Sooners. And we'll take a look at that coming up here in just a little bit. So stay with us. Hi, welcome back. Bo Williams here in the WAT 6 News Side newsroom. We've taken a look at some of the events coming up for you. That's going to cause some traffic issues for you this weekend. Everything from the spooktacular in downtown Sevierville to the Christmas lights, also to the big games you got going on here this weekend. Saturday, you got the Vols game. Sunday, you've got the One Knox playoff game. So things to keep in mind as far as coming downtown this weekend, coming into Knoxville and into Sevierville, as they got a couple events going on there as well. Excuse me, as we do want to mention, we want to talk about what's going on as far as the TDOT projects that could cause you some issues going into next week. So we'll bring in the maps once again. This is the TDOT Smart Way maps. We're going to start things off in Blount County, getting you up to date on what's going on downtown Maryville. We're talking about a section of East Broadway Avenue at Ellis Avenue, beginning Monday, and it's going to run through Friday, the 21st. So this is going to go a couple of weeks. And watch out for some possible lane closures between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. They got some drainage structure replacements they need to be putting in along a section of East Broadway there in the Maryville area. So again, watch for that. This is going to cause some issues for you. Workers are going to be present. You could see some delays. You're going to have equipment moving around. So again, just be prepared if you're traveling there along a section of East Broadway in Maryville near Ellis Avenue. And again, that'll be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day for really the next couple of weeks. So again, just be prepared. You will see some delays through there. Also, stay in Blount County for a second. Another project that we've been talking about off and on, and it seems like there's been different things that have been added and taken away on this project. But be careful on the Pellissippi Parkway between Cusick and State Route 33, Old Knoxville Highway. So we'll zoom in a little bit tighter. There's Cusick Road for you. This is Alcoa Highway. There's Cusick Road. Down here is Old Knoxville Highway 33. So the area right through here. It's just about till you get to the dead end there. But again, watch out. You got some bridge work going on in that area. Could see some rolling roadblocks between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And this is daily and it's as needed. So you might go through there for a few days and think, okay, they're all done. And then boom, they're going to hit you with one. So just don't let your guard down. Always anticipate you could see some delays in that short stretch there of Pellissippi Parkway, just to the east of Alcoa Highway. But again, our crews are going to be out there. They're saying the conditions are constantly changing. Last week we had an issue where they were working on the ramps. This time it's right back on the roadway near the bridge there. So just be prepared for that and watch out. Could see some delays for you there. I don't want you to get held up too long and get caught off guard. So that could happen. All right, Jefferson County, I-81. This is another one we talked about last week that was new. This is a section of 81 south. This is going to be from between mile markers 5 and 1, or I should say around mile marker 5, and then also between mile marker 1 and 0. So really you're talking here near the split with 40 and 81, or in this case the merge, because this is going to be southbound 81, and then just past that 341 interchange, so not far from the White Pine area. But watch out through there. This will be I-81 southbound. This will be overnight work, so that's the good news, but you could see those lane closures out there. Crews are doing some guardrail repair work in this area along I-81, but that will be near mile marker 5. And then as you get closer here toward that merge with I-40, that southbound there along I-81, let's see if we can bring a camera in there. I thought, well, we see we got the cameras pulled up, just don't have one that's popping up there right now. So, but otherwise we would show you, yeah, there does seem to be one right in this area here. We can pull this one up, see which way it's facing. There you go. So there's kind of a look for you. So really this section here, heading back toward that merge, this is I-81 southbound, heading toward the merge there with I-40. So you could still see some guardrail work. But again, that will be overnight for you next week, starting up and really running through next week on that section of 81. All right, Knox County is our next spot we're going to head to, and this is an area that sees a lot of traffic. And this is going to be some work that's starting up on Sunday. This is 640, the westbound ramp. So as you're coming off of here, we'll widen this out for just a second. That 640 west ramp as you merge then onto 40 west. Okay, so before you get to Paper Mill. But this is an area that sees a lot of traffic. This is going to be some nighttime work, but we do have a lot of truck traffic that comes through. If you're like some of us here, if you do have to work late at night, you're going to get caught up in some of these traffic jams. But Sunday night through Wednesday, November 5th, and this will be between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. each morning. So if you do have to head to work early, you could get caught in this as well. But be careful on this ramp. They're doing some maintenance activities. But again, this is that 640 westbound ramp to I-40 West, and that will start Sunday night and run through Wednesday. It'll start at 9 p.m., wrap up about 6 a.m. the following morning. So So again, be careful through there. That will definitely cause you some delays, that is for sure. All right, let's go to Loudoun County now for a moment. Another project we're watching for you, another area that sees a lot of traffic, that's for sure. This is I-40 westbound near mile marker 364. They've already been doing work in this area, right? So they're going to be doing some other work on Tuesday. Watch out for some lane closures. This will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. This will be right there in the middle of the day. Crew's going to be working on some maintenance activities. That's about all they're telling us right now. But they say watch for slow, even stopped traffic. So it's right here near the interchange. We'll pull up the camera for you here to get you up to date on what we're looking at here. This is the camera at 363.9. So not quite mile marker 364, but in that area. You see where the barrels are, right? And they're just going to move them right back out on the roadway there. But just be prepared for this. East and westbound, they've been doing some work there on that bridge, that overpass there on I-40. They're going to be back out there, what did we say? They're beginning Tuesday, and it'll be daytime work, so 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Let's see, that's November, just on the 4th. Okay, so one day you're going to have to deal with that next week, and it looks like, obviously this will all be weather permitting. Right now it looks like they should be able to get out there, but again, watch out for some delays there on I-40 in Loudoun County. And then another stop for you, we will stay in Loudoun County. This is going to be US 11, and this is between 70 and 321. So a pretty long stretch here of 11. Got a wide shot for you here. Here's 321, Lenore City. Here's where 11 dumps into 70. This is near Dixie Lee Junction. But you're going to have some traffic issues through here. Watch out for possible lane closures. This will be daily between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. There's a utility project going on, so next week watch out for those crews all along through here. A utility project, you're going to see some lane closures that will cause some delays. Sometimes people take this instead of jumping on the interstate, so watch out for some backups through here, but we'll continue to monitor that for you. But that will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily next week, so just something to watch out for there in Loudoun County. And then, let's see, any other areas we want to touch on? No. So we want to come back now and take a look at what's going on right now as far as traffic right now around our area. Don't see any alerts as far as accidents, but we are going to zoom in here for a second. We do have some heavier traffic for you here. This is going to be near the downtown area. At least that's what it's posting, but it looks like things are starting to move a little bit better. So a live look for you right now. This is I-40. This is the camera at 17th, so not too far from Alcoa Highway. This is really between Alcoa Highway and 275. Traffic right now moving along fine, both directions, east and westbound. So not seeing any problems, but we do want to shift over here to the camera at Middlebrook, and then you see westbound traffic, it is starting to slow. Chances are that we'll back up here past Alcoa Highway here at some point as more people are getting off work, people coming into town. But right now, the slowdown start right there just past Alcoa Highway. It's not bumper to bumper, but it is heavier traffic than what we were seeing near the 275 interchange on 40 westbound. Eastbound traffic looks good coming through town. No major problems for you there. Should be okay. North of town, no delays trying to get onto 75 or 275. Eastbound traffic heading out of town looks good, especially over there near the Holston River Bridge. Sometimes we will see backups there. If you are going to be heading into the mountains real quick, I do want to bring in the camera here near Hartford. Many times we will get a good idea of just how traffic is moving in that area, and right now it looks great. If you were with us last Friday, it was bumper to bumper heading up into the mountains, okay? So right now it looks good, both directions. Very light traffic for you. Just that one car that we saw go through there. There goes another one. So if you're heading up into the mountains to take a look at some of the colors, right now it's not a bad time to go. Traffic looks like it's rolling along. I highly urge you to access this camera. You need to go through our website, the T-Dot website. It's the camera at Hartford, okay? And that will give you a good idea. What you're seeing coming toward us, that is traffic coming out of the mountains, okay? So that is westbound traffic. So what's going away from you is heading into the mountains. Just be prepared for that. That will give you an idea of just how bad or how good the traffic is right now, because again, it's still just one lane both directions for about, I want to say about 11 miles, right, through the mountains there as they're continuing to work on that section of I-40 that was damaged back during Helene. All right, let's take a look at some other areas here. You know, West Knoxville is usually one of those spots we see some pretty heavy traffic, but right now, looking great for a Friday. Take it any day of the week, right? East and westbound traffic moving along fine for you. Of course, it is Halloween. So a lot of people may be staying home tonight. Maybe you're not going to be hitting the roads until early tomorrow. It's not till a late game as far as the Vols are concerned. So again, maybe we won't see that heavy traffic tonight. This is another spot we see heavy traffic. Again, it's not bumper to bumper, usually eastbound, which is moving away from us. This is out near Watt Road. Usually is at a stop or a crawl. Not the case right now. Traffic there moving along for you as well, east and westbound, so you should be just fine for you. And then one more stop here as we'll kind of slide down to 40 near 321. Traffic there almost non-existent. Very few cars out there on the roadway. Again, do be careful. It is Halloween. Don't forget if you're going to be heading out tonight. A lot of trick-or-treaters going to be out in those neighborhoods. It's getting darker earlier. Hopefully they've got their flashlights with them, but you still want to be cautious heading through those neighborhoods. Just watch out at the crosswalks. Watch out for the parents and their kids. Sometimes the kids get excited; they'll run right out in the roadway. So just again, be careful tonight. Want everybody to be safe out there as they're out trick-or-treating this evening. Should be some pretty good weather for it as well. Also got high school football tonight, so be careful near some of those high schools. They're going to be hosting games this evening. All right, as always, don't forget if you ever have a question about anything, you can always reach out to us. You can send us an email. That's probably the best way to do it. We'll try to get your question answered for you. If you see something on the road and you just want to call TDOT, pothole, guardrail issue, maybe a sign that's blocked. The trees have grown so much they haven't had a chance to trim them back. There's your number, 833-TDOT-FIX, 833-TDOT-FIX. Keep in mind, TDOT focuses on interstates, state highways, okay? After that, you got to call your local, your county, your city road offices. But if you see something on one of the interstates, something like that, TDOT-FIX, 833-TDOT-FIX, 833-836-8349. And we'll do our best to try to help you out there and get that taken care of. All right, that's going to wrap things up for us right now. Hope you have yourself a fantastic weekend. Happy Halloween to everybody. And again, just be safe out there on the roadways, and we'll get together again next Friday. Take care.